Hay is very important to our horses' health, to their survival. They need it to get them through the winter. But is it a simple process of just chopping grass and collecting it? Or is it something that's more extensive? Join me and I'll tell you all about it. Hello and welcome back to the Naturally YouTube channel. I'm Marianne and I'm passionate about helping you to heal your horse, mind, body and soul, naturally. Now today is the first of our instalments of showing you our haymaking preparations. I have a paddock paradise track system and I grow hay in the middle of my fields whilst the track goes round the outsides. Now this means that I get to grow my own hay, which is awesome because it means that I pay 50p to £1 a bale rather than £4.50 that most people pay for a standard bale once it's being collected from the fields. So it reduces my hay bill significantly. But it isn't an easy task to do, and because my track is so long, I have to do things in stages. So this video is all about how I start it, how early I start it, and I'll tell you what is coming up next in the rest of the series. So get buckled in, this is going to be really exciting. You're going to see some really amazing equipment when the hay is actually getting cut as well, and also at the end when I allow my horses, my entire herd of 5, to go charging across all of my fields as they like. I open all the gates when everything's been cut. So stay tuned for that, it's going to be great fun.
So as you can see, the hay has grown quite long. Now hay is actually the seed from the grasses mostly. The grass itself doesn't really grow as long as you expect it to or think it does. As you can see with this image just here, just checking out the grass itself, as you can see those are the seed stems there. And as I say, the majority of hay is the seed stems. That's where all the nutrition is, where all the great vitamins, minerals and energy that we want to go on our horses is stored. So that is technically what we're collecting when we collect in hay. So this field here has the electric going around the outside to keep our horses on the track system. There are 2 lines and I always have 3 permanent poles in each corner, just because I find that the poles in the corners, they bend quite easily. So rather than having to deal with damaged poles, I just put in wooden stakes. And you remember this field because you'll have seen Egypt and Midnight going for a charge down this field and having a great time. So if you've seen the how to set up a track system video, the equipment that you might need, you'll have seen how handy a wheelbarrow is, and effectively we're doing the same in reverse. So we use the wheelbarrow to collect in the electric poles and the electric tape, and use that to carry the equipment for us, as we just get in such a muddle with the electric fence posters going everywhere. They are really difficult to deal with when you've got more than just about 5 in your hands. So we're just winding up this little bit of rope electric. Now the field behind us, where I'm currently stood in, is actually being maintained with the electric around it because the farmer dealing with who's going to be cutting our hay for us won't need to go into there. So it just saves us a little bit of a job. As you can see, we've left that up and just carry on round with the taking down of the electric. Now the longest and hardest job of taking it all down is reeling all of the electric back onto the reels. Now you'll have noticed that we use electric rope rather than electric tape because it is actually easier to reel in and takes a lot less time and sits on the spools a lot better. So that has been our preference, and I will be doing a video for you about the different types of electric tape and rope going forward, so watch out for that. I'll also be doing one about electric fence posts as well. As you can see, I always do this with my mother, so I've got someone to talk to because it is quite a mundane thing to do, but at the same time we have a laugh and we get to zone out and just catch up. So if you look at the top of the screen there, you'll see that Egypt is keeping an eye on us, watching what we're doing, wondering what on earth we're doing. Now, we have obviously shut them out of this field before doing it, hence the gate and the electric that was already there to stop them from damaging the fence, which they've done quite severely in the past. He was very concerned about what we were doing, bless him. But our trusty wheelbarrow has done its job. We collected everything together. The field is now deconstructed, but the herd were quite concerned about what we were doing. Now, this year we haven't actually cut them out of that field as often as we have in the past, which means that it's caused them to be a little bit concerned when we did shut them out. But that's fine, and we have done it earlier this year than we would have previously to allow them to get used to that stage. Now, we usually do it at least a month in advance to slowly progress the deconstruction of the track, and that's just something that we've decided to do just so that it's okay for midnight. As you might have seen from some of my Thursday thinks about midnight, she is quite a sensitive soul, so to make life easier for her and get her used to things, we do things in very slow stages. So we take them out of one field at a time, and she settles into it a lot faster, a lot more calmer that way. Not to mention the rest of the herd getting used to less track to charge around.
So that is the end of part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 as we take down more track and you can see the impact on the herd. Also, the things that I'm doing to help them to adjust to a smaller track system. Let me know in the comments below what you've learned and what you've really enjoyed learning about. If you've got any questions, also let me know in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer every single question that you have. Don't forget to subscribe so you get a notification when the next video in the series comes up. You're going to want to do that because there's going to be so much information for you and just some really, really great images and videos, not to mention when I finally open every single gate once hay has been cut, collected, baled and brought into the barn. The horses then have free rein over every inch of the farm. So stay tuned for that. It is a sight to see. So check out the Facebook page, join the Facebook group, check us out on Instagram, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.